Hey Most Amazing Top 10 family, I'm your host Chad Arena and welcome back to Most Amazing Top 10. It seems like we're out of the woods when it comes to the coronavirus spreading, but you can never be too safe with these things. You should still be investing in face masks, latex gloves, and stocking up your apocalypse bunker because there's still a chance that things could go from great to horrible overnight. And because I love to speculate on what could go drastically wrong, I am going to bring you today's list of top 10 scary coronavirus theories. As always, I would love it if you could like, comment, subscribe, and hit the little notification bell. Also, stick around for the whole list because I'm going to be doing some more pet shoutouts, which you guys love so much. Remember, if you want me to shout out your pet, you can message me on Instagram. And without taking any longer, let's get into this list. At number 10, we have the virus evolves. This is what happens in every outbreak movie. They think they have the thing contained and then it starts to adapt to the environment. It becomes more powerful and it seems like humanity has no chance to fight back against the horrible sickness. Well, that could definitely happen. I mean, media has started to call the coronavirus the Wuhan virus because the coronavirus is actually a series of viruses that are all linked together. SARS and MERS are both versions of the coronavirus as well as the common cold. So to think that the cold is one evolution and the Wuhan is another, what would the next one look like? After that, we would have a virus that turns your lungs into bats. And they fly out of your chest like aliens and start attacking people. They look like the lickers from Resident Evil but with wings. I mean, there might be a few variations before we get to that one, but it's only a matter of time before bat lung monsters start eating our faces off. At number 9, we have a cleansing nuke. Once again, I'm dipping into my chest of movie tropes to pull out this theory. In a lot of outbreak movies, we see the disease spread and then the president gives the call to wipe out the entire area where the disease came from. I'm pretty sure that's what happens in Raccoon City at the end of Resident Evil 3. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure. Well, what if we saw this happen in real life? The virus is out of control, the survival rate has plummeted to 3%, and now there is only two options left. Let it spread to all the corners of the earth except for Iceland. We know that it never gets to Iceland. Or we could blow up the source of the problem.
If we nuked Canada, the amazing thing would be the element of surprise. Them would never expect it.
That would be a massive bummer. Sure, it would fix the problem, but millions of people would die, and then there would be a massive radiation zone that would act like a physical reminder to how close we came to being destroyed at a moment's notice. And then what if the radiation affects the virus, and then we get some sort of zombie virus born out of the radiation zone? Well, now we're going into sequel territory. Let's focus on the first script. At number 8, we have It Starts World War III. So we saw that Trump put a travel ban on people flying from China to America on February 1st. The ban stated that anyone who had been to China within the last 14 days could not enter America. That meant that a lot of people who flew home to celebrate Chinese New Year were stuck in China. This of course created a lot of tension between China and America, and really between the American citizens and the American government. But no matter what your opinion is on this, when two superpowered countries start arguing, everyone gets worried that they will never calm down, and then they will start fighting. And if they start fighting, well, you better hope you're over 35, because if you're not, you're gonna be sent over to war very quickly. What if this travel ban was the first domino in a series of events that lead to the biggest war in human history? Everyone has got nukes, and even some countries have some top secret weapons that we have never heard of. Thank God I have bad eyesight and I'm not gonna get thrown in there. Well, I still might, who knows. At number 7, we have the virus is blown out of proportion. Every few years there's another outbreak and the media takes it and then they use it to get everyone watching the news and make it seem like the world is about to end. But it doesn't, and then we're all here and then we just go back to work. You got me all excited that the apocalypse was gonna come, and now I started sharpening my machete and I don't even get to use it. I am so disappointed. But it's scary to think how the media is able to manipulate us so easily. They hit us with flashy stories that scare us and have us run around in fear. It would be nice if we got all the facts and we could piece together our own opinion about the situation, like if the news gave us a comparison to other outbreaks, so we could see if this is actually huge or something we should be afraid of, or if it's nothing really at all. But of course they don't want to do that, or else no one would tune in and they wouldn't make any money. At number 6, we have the virus was bioengineered. Ooh, let's go back into the wild world of Resident Evil Evil-esque conspiracy theories. What if the media story about the virus coming from people eating bats was all a cover-up? What if the Wuhan virus was really made in a lab and then released onto the Chinese people as a weapon? I mean, Chinese people have been eating bats and a whole lot of other animals for hundreds of years, and we never saw an outbreak. So why now? Is this because we are just seeing the virus get strong enough to infect people, or something more sinister afoot? I really don't know. I don't work for the CIA, I make YouTube videos, but I'm allowed to speculate on this stuff because it's fun. What would be the motivation for releasing a virus on China? Well, whoever did it could simply do it to destabilize their country. Less countries are going to be eager to trade with China if they think they're going to be importing an airborne virus. This could hurt their economy. Or maybe this was a distraction, and as we're focusing on this, there's something more dangerous going on. Who knows? At number 5, we have secret chemical warfare. Okay, this one is basically part 2 to our number 6 point. So let's say this is true. Someone did do a secret chemical attack on China. What if it was America or another Western country on the same continent? Then China found out about this attack, so they were like, screw you guys, we're gonna launch a counterattack. And then they used their own bioweapons. Now we have some sort of virus running rampant over here, and we gotta try and control it so we don't get all covered in gross diseases and all sorts of stuff and cough so hard that our lungs turn into bats and then start eating our faces. Bat lungs will always come back in this list several times. I love this bat lung bit. At number 4, we have the virus will spread to other animals. Apparently the idea that the virus came from people eating bats has been debunked, but bats do carry the SARS virus as well as other versions of the coronavirus, and major news outlets are still reporting that the virus came from some sort of animal. So what if we saw this thing jump onto another animal? What if this thing got into chickens? Then we're all screwed. Every country in the world eats chickens. They are the universal baseline for ingesting meat. If you're eating a new meat and people want to give you an idea of what it might taste like, they say it tastes like chicken. If there was a chicken virus, we would all be dead in 2 weeks, and then the vegans would be laughing at us and they would inherit the world. There would be an artisan bagel shop on every street corner across the globe. At number 3, we have the virus cannot be contained. Okay, let's put all the conspiracy craziness aside for a moment, but just a moment, I promise you that we will get back there. My insane thoughts don't stop for a minute. But this one is just straight up real. There's a chance that the virus that we already know about doesn't get contained. It could spread through all of Asia, get into Europe and the Middle East, and have devastating effects on the entire area. Even with the fatality rate being as low as 3%, there's over 1 billion people in China alone. That would mean 30 million people dead right there just from China. The virus doesn't need to mutate or to jump onto other animals or turn into lung bats. It doesn't need to do anything out of the ordinary. If it's able to squeak past guards like Tom Cruise in a Mission Impossible movie, then we are all done for. You can say goodbye to everything you know and love. At number 2, we have this will destabilize the world economy. So we have touched on how the virus may affect trade with China. Well, China makes a lot of stuff for everyone. Look through your house right now and start looking at labels. A good chunk of that stuff is going to be made in China. If the virus starts to get out of control, then countries will stop trading with China, which could cause a major shock to the world's economy. This could go one of 2 ways. Other countries will come in to fill the void, and those countries will see major boosts in their economy. This could give an opportunity for some poorer countries in the world to get a huge boost, or this will lead to massive shortages of goods that we use day to day. This could cause insane levels of inflation, and people will be battling in the streets to get the simplest things. You want a battery? Well, it'll cost you $500 and a baby that weighs at least 20 pounds. And for the number 1 spot, we have climate change will release something worse than the coronavirus. This has been something that has been talked about for a long time. Inside all the ice melting in Antarctica and the Arctic, there are some unknown ancient organisms. Some of these things might be harmless, and they might unlock the answers to our past, the ones that we want answered so badly. There could be DNA locked away in there that holds the key to understanding who we are, or there could be some prehistoric virus that killed the dinosaurs. Back then, it was even hotter than it is now, so what if a big old virus long ago killed everything and then got frozen in the ice during the ice age, and now climate change will unlock it and it will once again wreak havoc on humanity? That would be some wild stuff. We would be begging for coronavirus after that. It would make people's heads explode, their intestines would fall out of their bum, and of course their lungs would turn into bats. and start killing all the people that they love, and you wouldn't be able to stop it because you can't breathe because your lungs got turned into bats. Alright everyone, that has been our list. Thank you all so much for tuning in. As promised, I am going to be doing some pet shoutouts. Remember, if you want me to shout out your pet, you can hit me up on Instagram. I pick new pets every day, so if you don't get picked one day, message back another day. And without taking any longer, let's shout out some pets. First off, we have the iguana Hoxton. This guy really looks like he's trying to find the meaning of life. After that, we have Hall and Oates. I honestly don't know who I like more, the band or the cats. It's too tough to call. Then we got the dog Snazzy. This guy is really living up to his name. Look at his fashion sense. That little coat he's got on, it's beautiful. And then we got this team of pets. Look at that, 3 cats. One of them has a green bow tie, excuse me, and then there's a doggo with a rose. Oh my god, I'm dead. Next we got Cooper, who is sitting politely at the table waiting to get served. What a good boy. He has such good manners. Love him. And finally we have Sydney, who's just a little squishy boy, all squished up in her squishy blanket looking squishy. Alright, thank you very much for tuning in. As always, I would love it if you could like, comment, subscribe, and hit the little notification bell. Until next time, I've been Chaderena, and I hopefully won't catch coronavirus or bat lungs. Hopefully I don't catch bat lungs. Bat lungs sounds bad.